Another beautiful day in St. Petersburg, Florida, where we are inside Tropicana Field getting you set for the series finale between the Yankees and the Rays. Hey everyone, I'm Meredith Morakovitz. The Yankees are opting to go with a bullpen game this afternoon instead of calling up a starter from the minors. It's going to be Paul Blackburn that will get the ball first. It'll be his second start of the season for the Yankees. Earlier, I asked Aaron Boone what went into the decision to lead off with Blackburn.
You know, he's been throwing it really well and in a good place, and not sure in the lineup they'll run out there. He brings the neutral quality to him with the ability to get right and left out. So figured go with him and then piece it together from there based on matchups and things.
Blackburn has become one of Aaron Boone's most trusted arms in that bullpen, pitching to a 2.22 ERA throughout the course of the season. He's been even better than that lately. Now, when I spoke to pitching coach Matt Blake, he told me they'd like to get Blackburn through that Rays lineup once, probably won't push him too much further than that. Plenty more to come here on the Yes Network. When we get back, Michael Kay will be joined by Joe Girardi. First pitch next on Yes.
Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Nissan. Hop into a Nissan Rogue and hit the road to adventure. Shop NissanUSA.com. By Optimum Fiber, famously fast fiber internet. And by Sage, proud accounting software provider of the New York Yankees. Well, the Yankees looking to salvage, not a salvage, they did win one, but they're trying to split this four-game set after two somewhat lackluster performances, and how to do it against a real top-flight starter in Drew Rasmussen. He's going to Philadelphia for the All-Star game. So let's take a look at the Yankees starting lineup against the Rays right-hander. It's Grisham, Rice, and Dominguez at the top of the order. Then Bellinger, Caballero, and Chisholm, the middle. And the bottom third, left fielder Max Schumann, third baseman Ryan McMahon, and Austin Wells will catch. He's going to bat ninth.
Great numbers for Drew Rasmussen. If you look at the innings pitch and the hits and the walks, it's less than a 1 whip. And let's check out the Nissan pitcher's scouting report. Michael mentioned it. He's Philly bound. He is an all-star again for the second year in a row. He was pitcher of the month in June, and he's been on a roll. Come on, lefties. You got to get it done for us. Since 25, minimum of 400 plate appearances. He has the best numbers against righties when it comes to batting average, on base, slug, and OPS. And that's why you'll see 6 left-handers and 1 switch hitter in there today. And they haven't solved the puzzle. In 9 games, 8 starts, he has a career .89 ERA. And this year, 13 innings pitched, 0 runs.
Let's take a look at the defense, brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Simpson, Mesa Jr., and Valade. Left to right, then Caminero, Walls, Williamson, and Aranda, with Fortes behind the plate. Trent Grisham digs in, he's ready. Rasmussen's ready. Now let's do it here in St. Pete. First pitch is line and knocked down by Williamson. Scrambles after it and turns it into an out. Well struck ball. Williamson with a nice play to the glove side.
Well, it would have been a really good start for the Yankees, and Trent has done this a number of times in this series. Really good job by Williamson. He knows it's hit so hard he doesn't have to panic. He can take his time, get up, and make a good throw. Trent's had some bad luck here in Tampa.
There's Ben Rice. And a strike. Those numbers get Ben Rice to Philadelphia for the All-Star game. And he'll also be in the Home Run Derby. Count 0-2. Mike Malinsky is the home plate umpire. Now let's take a look at the umpire scouting report, brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Considered pitcher friendly. And you see the other particulars. He's in his 21st big league season. Swing and a miss. Down goes Rice.
Yeah, he's got a fastball that will get up till 98. He lives around 95, but he has such great command of it. He can throw it to any quadrant he wants with his four-seamer or his two-seamer. He's got a great cutter, and he uses his changeup extremely well, like all these Rays pitchers do.
And a strike to Dominguez. And the home plate umpire, as we showed, is very pitcher friendly. He's second out of 88 umps in extra strikes. Only one better is Ronald Culpa. Not as if Rasmussen needs the help.
No, he does not. Not with the stuff that he has. And righties have had not much of a chance this year, hitting 148 with a 447 OPS. Lefties have done a little bit better. Of the 11 home runs that he's given up, 8 are against left-handers. And they seem to hit that cutter out the most, Michael.
See the rankings since the beginning of last year. Right field, Blade is there, puts it away, and the Yankees go down in order against Drew Rasmussen. It's the Yankees nothing, and the Rays come to bat. All right, the Yankees are opening with Paul Blackburn, and he has to face this Rays starting lineup. Rays coming at 54-36, first place in the East. Diaz, Aranda, who really hurt them yesterday, and he's tied for fourth in the American League, 61 ribbies, and then Caminero. In the middle, it's Mesa, Valade, and Simpson, and the bottom third of the order, Ben Williamson, Taylor Walls, and the catcher Nick Fortes bats tonight.
Well, Paul Blackburn has been an outstanding find for the Yankees this year, and he's become more of a high leverage reliever. So he has not been going the 3 and 4 innings stints. But let's check out the Nissan pitcher scouting report on him. You're going to see Johnny Holstaff, because if you can get 2 innings out of Paul Blackburn, I think you'll be thrilled to death. His highs are 3 innings and 43 pitches, but that was a long time ago. On the rise, his changeup mix. He's used it 27% of the time in June. As of the end of May, it was only 12%. Hitters are 4 for 36. And understand your role tonight, and that's the whole bullpen. It is mapped out for you when you're supposed to come in, which hitters you face. Be prepared for it.
So Diaz, with his hot stretch the last couple of days, 17 points ahead of Yordan Alvarez for the American League lead in hitting, 327 to 310. They were separated by a point on Monday. And Diaz has done a lot of damage against the Yankees this year. 12 for 30, that's 400, 455 on base percentage. Foul went off his foot, he's trying to walk it off.
Now, top of the ankle there.
Why don't we check out the defense, which is brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. And we take a closer look at first base of Cody Bellinger. And he is the Car Shield defensive player profile. First started first base this season. He started 3 games at first base last season. One.
Well, with Cody Bellinger not having any starts at first base until today, Meredith talked about how he came out early and was working on scoops. He wanted to see how the ball reacted in the synthetic turf and the dirt. And we saw him doing a lot of that early today.
3-1.
I don't know about you, Michael. I feel pretty good about wherever he's at.
Yeah, I think he's pretty adept defensively. 3-1. Couldn't hold up. Goes around. Diaz trying to sell that as a walk. He's still walking off that foul ball, you can see.
Get a better look at it. I mean, this two-seamer has a lot of run. I think that's a swing. I mean, I know he kind of shortened it up, but I mean,
it's a swing.
Yeah.
The 3-2. Sky the other way. On the run is Dominguez, but that'll make the bullpen area. Now you really are grateful for a roof today. It's 95 degrees outside, and the real field temperature, what they call the heat index, is 105 to 110.
That's it?
Yep. And the translucent nature of the roof, it plays differently in the daytime, Joe.
Yeah, my eyes are sensitive to light. I mean, it almost has me squinting in here. It just feels so bright in here. Can't take your eye off a fly ball to look to where you're going to be, if you're going to hit the fence or where your teammate is. Got to communicate really well today.
Now, the roof that was blown off by the hurricane and had the Rays play at Steinbrenner Field last year, there's a piece of that roof sewn into every single Rays uniform to remind them of the resiliency of the franchise and the community. 3-2. Strike three. Diaz does not like that call. Doesn't challenge, but doesn't like.
That is brilliant pitching, because he threw 3 sinkers in a row inside, and he fouled every one of them off, and they weren't even strikes inside. And what'd he do? He goes away, he starts it off the plate and brings it back. He's got him looking in, and when you come inside on a hitter a number of times, the outside corner looks so far away, and that's why you think it's a ball, but it's actually a strike.
Jonathan Aranda takes a strike. These two teams have played 8 times this year. The Rays have won 6 of them. So including today's game and then the 4-game series at the end of September at Yankee Stadium, they have 5 remaining. And we saw what the tiebreaker did last year. Yankees have to win all 5 games in order to have a tiebreaker against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, and it's really important. Home field advantage. You're built around your ballpark. This is a tough place to play. Really, really important.
This is what happened between these two so far. Rays have outscored them by 0.6. They've out-hit them, and they've certainly out-pitched them. They swept them in a 3-game set in April here. There's a ground ball to Bellinger. He gets tested and flips to Blackburn. 2 away.
You know, I think about what's made Paul Blackburn so successful this year. It's obviously his command, but coming into today, his off-speed, hitters are 7 for 70. Now they're 7 for 71. They are 4 for 36 on his changeup, 2 for 19 on his curveball, and 1 for 15 on his sweeper.
Here's Caminero.
And guys, he didn't want to deviate too much from his normal routine today, despite the fact that he was starting. He was out there for reliever stretch earlier, then he played catch, went back in a little bit early. And Austin Wells was out there doing some defensive drills just before the game without catching Paul Blackburn. He warmed up like he normally would as a reliever. So kind of interesting, his approach today. And Joe, to your point, talking about the breaking stuff, he also said his mentality has been different going out there, trying to attack first, reminding himself of that every time he's on the mound.
Yeah, you can pitch completely different when you're a reliever, and you don't necessarily have to worry about showing all your pitches the first time through, because you're only going to go one time through. You don't have to save anything for later.
High drive into right center field. That ball could go, and it does. See ya, home run for Caminero. His first hit of the series, breaking in 0 for 12, and it gives the Rays a 1-0 lead.
As you talked about, Michael, he was 0 for 12 with 5 Ks coming into today in this series. And this is a guy that's got power to all fields, hit 14 home runs to right center and over last year, and here's one this year on a high sweeper, not even a strike, but it's over the plate enough he can get the barrel to it, and he's got great power. His 27th home run of the year. He knew it.
And although he had 45 home runs last year and now 27 this year, in 20 games lifetime against the Yankees at 169. But he jumped on that one. Just his third home run in 21 games against the Yanks. Oh-1 on Mesa Jr. Foul back.
And a completely different swing than a guy like Aaron Judge, who lets the ball get to him and doesn't go forward. He goes forward. He gets all his momentum going forward. The back foot moves about 4 or 5 inches forward, and that's how he hits. That's why he's susceptible to breaking balls away.
And down goes Mesa Jr. Second strikeout for Blackburn, but the home run by Caminero gives the Rays a 1-0 lead. I bet 365 where winning is everything. Home run or more plus 475 for Cody. He fouls that one back as we start the second inning. First 71 games of the year, Cody hit 280, 29 extra base hits. Last 19, 114, 2 extra base hits, 8 for 70.
Michael, Drew Rasmussen's thrown 10 pitches. That was his first ball. He leads all of baseball in walks per 9. You got to beat him with hits, and you can run on him. So it's important these guys understand, I got to get on base. Singles can become doubles against him.
Well, the Yankee offense has been an issue. They're 4-14 last 18 games, and during that stretch, 2.7 runs per game, and they're hitting 118 with runners in scoring position. Hit sharply at Williamson. 1 away. So this series, Yankee offense has scored 9 runs. They've hit 204, just 2 walks, and 45 strikeouts, 17, 17, and 11 yesterday. They also got shut out yesterday. That was the first time since May 21st against Toronto. And they keep making history, Joe, that you don't want to make. Last night was the first time in franchise history that they had 11 or more strikeouts and no walks.
It is mind-boggling. And you look at a day like today, you know, hard hit balls considered 95 plus. 4 hitters have hit, 3 have put it into play, all of them over 95 plus.
Yep.
And it's frustrating, but you got to grind this out. Caballero's got to find a way to get on, steal second. Maybe someone gets a single, a blooper base hit. It's how you're going to beat this guy.
And if you want to look at how rare this slide is offensively, it's 20 straight games where they've scored 5 runs or fewer. That's the first time that's happened for the Yankees since 1991, and the 1991 team was not very good.
And guys, it's wild when you think about it. For about 3 months this season, they had the best slug and walk percentage in the league. Over the last 3 weeks, they are dead last in both of those categories. When I spoke to Aaron Boone about that, he said guys need to look within themselves. They can't try to just swing themselves out of it. They need to focus on quality at bats, trying to work those walks and patience at the plate, swinging at the right pitches.
Yeah, I think it's patience and not trying to do too much. I think it's a situation where everyone's trying to do so much because everyone is struggling so badly. Just do your job. And understanding what your job is so important. If you're not a home run hitter, your job is to get on base.
And tipped into the glove of Fortes as Caballero expanded the zone there and strikes out.
Yeah, and it's a good miss because it looks like he's trying to go in. He ends up throwing it away at 97 miles an hour. But I always said if you're going to miss by a lot. And he missed by a lot there because I think he was trying to go in.
Well, that'll bring up Jazz Chisholm. He didn't start yesterday's game and ended the game on deck. He was going to pinch hit for Anthony Volpe. Fly ball, left field. Giving it a look is Simpson, and he runs out of room. Now Rasmussen flipped with Nick Martinez, who's supposed to be in line to start today. Nick Martinez will start against Seattle tomorrow. Rasmussen was going to the All-Star game, finished third in the player balloting for pitchers behind Cam Schlittler and Dylan Cease, so good company. One and two on Jazz. Jazz has gone 12 games without a home run or an RBI. He has 12 home runs and 33 ribbies on the season. But as with most of the lineup, slumping 6 for 35, 171.
Look at Rasmussen. He's kind of a medical marvel. 2 Tommy Johns at Oregon State in 2016, 17. Internal brace in 23. They held him back a little bit last year with pitch count, but this year they've kind of turned him loose.
Foul back. Take a look at what he throws. StatCast 3D by Google Cloud.
Yeah, you see the cutter that he uses really effectively. The 2 different fastballs. He's got great command with all of them. He doesn't walk people. He's got a really good changeup. He's got a couple breaking balls to go with that too. He's got plenty to get you out. Sorry about that, Michael. As you turned it over to me to go over his arsenal, I had to sneeze.
Part of life. Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Grounded to Walls. And the Yankees go down in order against Rasmussen. We go to the second.
Welcome back to Tropicana Field as we head to the bottom of the second. Rays leading the Yankees 1-0. Yankees offense once again quiet here in St. Petersburg, and there's one guy that would undoubtedly help this Yankees offense, and that is their captain, Aaron Judge. He's at about the 6-week point in his injury, trying to come back from a stress fracture in his rib. Brian Cashman was here at the ballpark today, guys, and I asked him if they're any closer to re-imaging Aaron Judge to see where he is in the healing process, and Cashman revealed that he will have that imaging over the All-Star break. Once they get that, they'll have a better handle on what a potential time frame will be for Judge. They won't know until they see whether or not that stress fracture is showing any signs of healing. So they are holding their breath, hoping that it's positive news when it comes to Aaron Judge.
The 0-1. It's interesting, Meredith, because he went on to say that they don't expect it to be fully healed when they look at the imaging, but they hope that there's enough healing that he could do some upper body work, which he has not been allowed to do.
No doubt, Michael. And before he even starts doing anything, they need to know where that's at. They want him to be symptom-free before he comes back because they don't want to rush him and then have him re-injure it even worse, because that would mean really bad things for this Yankees team. They want him back at some point in time this season. They believe they're going to get him back at some point in time this season, but they are not going to rush it when it comes to him knowing how important he is to this lineup.
Meredith, what were some of the other bullet points that Cashman spoke about?
Michael, you know what? This was pretty interesting. We know Giancarlo Stanton has been struggling to get back from his calf injury. Brian Cashman actually said that it wasn't a setback that we heard about a few weeks ago. Instead, he had a new injury to his calf. So another calf strain for him. He had a PRP injection. He's been cleared to start running a little bit. No real time frame when it comes to Giancarlo Stanton. But guys, doesn't sound great. The fact that he was coming back, getting closer, and then injures a different area of his calf.
Now, Brian, when he talks with the media, is very circumspect. I'm just wondering, Meredith, is he upset with the way the team is? Did he show anything visibly that he was annoyed at the way they're playing?
I mean, he's certainly frustrated by the fact that they're not getting results. But, Michael, he continues to reiterate he believes Aaron Boone is the guy for this job to lead this team. He gave the coaching staff a vote of confidence, saying he knows the preparation, he knows what they're putting into it, and he believes they're doing the right things. He also said he thinks despite some of the big-time names that they have on this injured list right now, they believe that the players they have on the field are good enough to get the job done. It's just a matter of getting them going. Obviously, no general manager wants to sit there after your team has lost 14 out of their last 18 and is going to tell you that what he's seeing is good. He knows that it hasn't been good, but he believes that this is the right group to fix it.
And he didn't fly in for this, right? They're going to do the draft from the Tampa complex, so he just drove over from the Himes field situation, right?
Correct, Michael. He has been in town along with pretty much his entire front office. Some scouts were here yesterday. Different members have been here throughout the course of this series. They're doing those pre-draft meetings, which are quite lengthy, trying to prepare themselves for next week's amateur draft. Now, a couple other notes, Michael, on the injury front. Two guys in the minors. George Lombard Jr., he resumed baseball activity. He's swinging again. Brian Cashman, as Jazz makes an unbelievable play, Michael, there at second base.
They retire as Chandler Simpson. Go on, Meredith.
So anyway, George Lombard Jr. started resuming baseball activity. Cashman was asked whether or not he could play a role for this team in the second half, and he said he's been pushing. He's been pushing to get up there. Defensively, they believe right now he is plug and play already. Offensively, he has made significant strides, so they want to see what he looks like when he gets off the IL in the minors. And he was asked about Carlos Legrande, and that's just going to be a tough time frame because he's shut down for 6 weeks. The Yankees haven't lost all hope that he'll be a factor, but it's a big time wait and see. The good news is that shoulder is going to heal. It's just going to take some time, Michael.
Well, thank you, Meredith. So an attempt there by Caballero to get Williamson, but the ball didn't stick in the glove, kind of popped out. Williamson reaches on an infield hit.
Williamson 6 for 7 stolen bases.
And a strike to Taylor Walls. 1 for 9 the first 3 games.
You had to kind of figure that Stanton had to repull something, because even though it's a different spot, because he was running and he was pretty close.
Yep. And from what I understand, same part of the body, just a different injury. So it's a calf injury, but a different calf injury. Runner goes, pitches high, throw to second, not in time. Stolen base for Williamson.
Yeah, really a good, accurate throw by Austin Wells there, and to me, he got a good jump off the pitcher, the high leg kick, really good, right on the money. Just too quick of a jump that allowed him to be safe. That was pretty close though, because of his slide.
Yankees throw out 24.4% of base runners trying to steal. Slightly above league average. Ben Williamson, 7 of 8 this year. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got him on the curve. No runs, a hit. 1 man left on base. We go to the 3rd inning. about Drew Rasmussen? He was drafted 3 times, including as a first-round pick by the Rays in 17, before elbow concerns led him back to Oregon State. Has returned from 3 major elbow surgeries. Joe told you about this. Tommy John, 16, and again at 17. Then the internal brace in 23. And during a 2026 game against the Yanks, he accused Jazz Chisholm of relaying pitches, then later apologized. Kind of rare. Max Schumann leads off and drives one to left field. That's going to be in there for a base hit, and it's going to roll to the warning track. Cut off there by Simpson, and Schumann leads off the 3rd inning with a double. Yankees had 6 hits yesterday, now 1 extra base hit, so their first hit today is an extra base hit. Let's look back on the issue with Jazz and Rasmussen. A little barking. And then he apologized. McMahon takes a strike.
Mark, you remember I said the importance of doing your job and thinking small? He's got to find a way to get him to 3rd with 1 out. Hopefully it's with the base hit. He moves him, but you got to be able to find a way to get him over, make it easier to score.
So I'm going to ask a tough question of you. The guy who's on deck has not been able to hit at all. Do you change your thought process?
No.
I'm going to move him over. Is Austin going to be able to get him in?
No, he has to expect that the guy behind him is going to do his job. When you start trying to do other people's jobs,
right,
that's when you get in trouble. Just do your job.
And then it's up to Austin to do his.
Correct. Because if he gets him over here, he's going to get pats on the back.
Which means Rasmussen's looking for a strikeout, so he doesn't do his job. Foul back. It's 1-0 Tampa Bay on the Caminero home run.
You know, coming into today, it seems like the Yankees have been just completely outplayed, but they've only been outscored 10-9 coming into today. It's just, there hasn't been a lot of runs scored in the series, period.
Two and two. So McMahon battling since coming off the IL with the throat issue and draining of the tonsils. He's 2 for 9.
That just sounds miserable.
Oh. 2-2. Another foul ball.
Well, he's doing everything he can not to let him pull the ball on the ground. 3 fastballs up and away, 1 up and in. He's trying to get him to swing under it, going for the strikeout, or to pop a ball up.
Still 2 and 2. Quite an at bat.
Yeah, I mean, he's battling. He's fouled off some tough pitches, some pitches up with high velocity.
Two. The longer the at-bat goes, better chance the pitcher might make a mistake.
Yeah, it broke the pitch count, Michael. I don't know if it broke it. It came off. Maybe it'll cross them up. Maybe there's some wires that got a little loose.
Three and two. Austin Wells on deck. Line down the right field line. It is a base hit. That'll tie the game. Schumann scores. McMahon with a brilliant at bat picks up an RBI double, and the game is tied at 1.
What an at bat! I'm gonna say that's his best at bat the whole year. When you think about the magnitude of this game, the magnitude of the pitcher you're facing, how long he got into the count. He tried to backdoor a cutter to him, and the cutter's the pitch that lefties have had the most success on him, and he's able to hit it down the line. And I just believe that's because his approach was right. He was fouling off the fastball. He was thinking middle of the field, other way, and he got out front of the cutter a little bit, and it was a big double. Now the same thing holds true for here. Austin, do your job.
Austin 1 for his last 24, 4 for his last 55.
It's the first run the Yankees have scored off of him in 15 innings this year.
And it's the bottom of the order. Fly ball on the right side. Long run for Valade. He makes the catch. Tagging McMahon. The throw is cut off. He'll get the third.
Good job, Austin Wells. Good job, Ryan McMahon, understanding that he's running away from third base. The ball is not that deep, but because of the way he's running, he has to turn, spin, and throw, and that takes time, and it's harder to get a lot on it. Really, really good job. Called ABC baseball, Michael.
Veteran pitching coach Kyle Snyder goes out and talks with Rasmussen. In all likelihood, the Rays will bring the infield in with a runner on third and 1 out, and Trent Grisham at the plate. So you know that Wells would prefer to have gotten a hit, but he did move the runner over.
You can at least take something positive from the at-bat. And that's the thing. You build on positive at-bats. And again, it's going to be hard for him to what people would consider a good year, but he can have a good 2.5 months.
Infield is in for Grisham. Grounded out sharply to second, leading off the game. Fly ball on the left side. Long run for Chandler Simpson and Caminero, and they can't get there. And the 0-1. 1-1.
Thought you might see a tap on the top of the head from Fortes on that. It's a pretty big pitch right there to get ahead 0-2.
Two and one. Check out these numbers brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers. And he leads since 2021, all pitchers in ERA. 2-2.
It's It's really pretty incredible when you think about the pitchers on that list. Skubal, Cole, Valdez. Yeah, and that's just in the American League. But you think about what this kid has done, and they've had to put some kid gloves on him because of his injuries. When he's on the mound, he's really good.
The 2-2. He has that unusual swing where he goes down to his knee. And he's not trying to generate power. He's just trying to get lower on the swing.
And he's trying to get on plane with the ball, and because it's lower than he thinks, he goes down farther than he thinks. But because he's not moving forward, his head is not moving as much, and it allows him to foul it off. It allows him to let the ball get deeper when he goes down into his legs, and that's how you get the ball airborne.
2-2. That one is driven to right field. It's a base hit in front of Valade. McMahon will score. It's an RBI single for Grisham, and the Yankees take the lead 2-1.
You think about this inning, there's been 4 good at-bats, and the Yankees have scored 2 runs. Everyone has had a good at-bat. It started with Schumann jumping on a first fastball in and hitting a double. And this is just a really good job by Trent Grisham. You see the short swing. He lets the ball get deep, and he's able to get it airborne. Fouled off some tough pitches, and he's had a lot of balls in this series. Not to have, 3 or 4 hits, good for him.
Way out in front of the curveball. 0-1 on Rice.
The other thing the Yankees have done the last 2 innings is he's thrown 40 pitches just in these last 2 innings. And he's only got 1 out in the 3rd. I want this guy out of the game.
Eight-pitch first inning, but they've worked him since. Oh, 0-2. Play FanDuel's Daily Dinger for free every day for a chance at a profit boost if your selected player hits a home run. And here are the featured home run odds for today's players. Ben Rice is plus 480 and Jason Dominguez plus 900. One, 2. Count levels at 2-2. Yankees shut out yesterday. They have 2 runs here in the 3rd today. And they've taken a lead 2-1.
Kind of like that, Michael. I hear the "Let's Go Yankee" chants.
Dominguez on deck. Runner goes. High fly ball. Right field. Valade back on the track at the wall. Gone. It is a home run. A 2-run shot. Rice is stopping at second, but the umpire has signaled home run, so enjoy the route. A 2-run shot for Rice, and the Yankees lead 4-1. And now the umpires are going to get together before Rice even crosses the plate to talk about where it hit. If it stands, it's his 27th home run and a 4-1 Yankee lead. I don't think it'll stand.
No, I think it's going to be a double, and they're going to put Grisham on 3rd base. And it would have been interesting to see where he would have gotten, because Valade doesn't know where it is right away.
This is a crew chief review of a potential home run.
I mean, he's looking up the stands.
On the field.
They talked about it. They couldn't come to a conclusion with the naked eye, so they're going to watch the replay. You know who knew it wasn't a home run, Joe? Ben Rice.
Jonathan Aranda was also waving his finger, so maybe it has something to do
After
with
review,
first baseman.
the call was confirmed. Was a home run.
What? That's stunning. The yellow line is the line for the home run. It hit the top of the wall.
Yeah, it appeared that it hit the wall in front, the pad in front of the top of the yellow line.
Well, good for Ben Rice and good for the Yankees. You would think that after they saw the replay, it was definitely going to be a double, but I guess they saw something that we didn't see. A rough inning for Rasmussen.
Yeah, the lefties have gotten him. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure he thought it was a home run. His 27th on the season.
Grounded and grabbed there by Aranda. And hustling down the line, Dominguez, and he beat it out for an infield single.
That's what Aaron Boone has talked about. Do little things. Little things lead to big things. And his hustle all the way down led to that single. He never gave up. I mean, this ball's hit hard. Aranda's got plenty of time, but Rasmussen doesn't get over early enough, and he's safe. Yeah, he beat him for sure. And I would look for him to run here.
5 stolen bases. Well, they've got to get the bullpen ready because you don't want a guy who's had so many elbow issues throwing this many pitches in an inning. Runner goes. Strike, throw to second. Safe.
Good job by Dominguez to get in scoring position. He actually kind of stuck a little bit when he slid. I was afraid that he was going to be out there, but he got such a good jump, great speed.
Soft roller charging Williamson. And it's an infield single for Bellinger, moving to third. Dominguez.
Maybe this is the one that gets him going, Michael. Sometimes it's those little hits that gets the hitter going. They feel better about themselves. Again, running hard, not taking anything for granted.
Now Bellinger has 10 stolen bases. Let's see if he goes. They're back for the double play. And Caballero fouls it off.
Think middle and think in the air. Boy, if he could push a bunt by the pitcher, Michael, on the second base side.
Runner goes. It's a base hit through the right side. Dominguez scores. Bellinger goes to third. And the Yankees pouring it on here in the third inning. They lead 5-1.
Well, that looked like it was a little bit of run and hit as Cody Bellinger took off to steal second base. And Caballero saw the huge hole. The ball was away from him, and it was just easy to punch it through that hole. Not thinking big, thinking little, and good things are happening. Really, really good baseball by the Yankees today.
And with this inning and this base hit by Caballero, they have knocked out the All-Star Drew Rasmussen. An offense that has been dormant, waiting for something like this. Even Aaron Judge is calling for the bullpen. The Yankees needed this, and they're still alive here in the third. They lead 5-1. Well, we now see the replay that the replay official saw. It did go over the yellow line and then bounce back. So from farther away, it looked like it hit in front of that screen, but it was behind it and then bounced back on the field. So it was indeed a home run, and the umpires were right. And we have to get our prescriptions checked, Joe.
I knew that. I go every year, Michael.
So do I. Cam Boozer comes on, and he'll face Chisholm. Runners on first and third. High fly ball. That's going to get another run in. Mason Jr. makes the catch. He'll throw to second. Tagging and scoring is Bellinger. A sac fly for Chisholm, and the Yankees lead 6-1. First time they've scored more than 5 runs, and this is game 21 in that stretch. And they've done it all in 1 inning.
And just a number of good at-bats. And again, it's staying through the middle and not trying to do too much, and a lot of success. I mean, I think about Ben Rice before he had that hit off of Rasmussen. He was 0 for 12, 5 Ks off of him.
Here's the guy who started it, Max Schumann. He started all with a double.
Got it around here, Michael. I got to change my card now. You too. You know, it's interesting, as good as Rasmussen has been, pitcher of the month in July, an ERA under 1 in 5 starts. He gave up 5 to Houston his last start, 5 innings, and now he's given up 6 in 2 1/3. You wonder if he's getting a little fatigued.
Came into the game with a 2.78 ERA. Runner goes, pitches high, throw to second. It gets away and goes into center field. Caballero gets up, he'll go to third and make it. His 21st stolen base, an error on the catcher.
Fortes doesn't get a bad pitch to throw. It's high, but he pulls it, and it almost cuts. And Caballero has a hard time finding it. Mesa, who's got a good arm, as we've seen, comes up, makes a good throw. Caballero almost slides past the base again.
So 21 stolen bases, 8 caught stealing. Two and 2 on Schumann.
And for Caballero, he doesn't get thrown out very often. He either slides by the bag or he gets picked off. And those are his caught stealings.
Strike 3. Schumann down looking, but the Yankees get 6 runs on 7 hits. An offense that has been dormant finally breaks free. Big time at bats, smart at bats, proper at bats, big time at bats, and then a little Yankee power thrown in a positive replay. Yankees lead 6-1. Well, the Yankees with a big inning that they so desperately needed, and they lead 6-1. And now the parade of relievers begins. So they got 2 innings out of Blackburn. Now they turn to Jake Bird. First one out of the pen. Joe, you think you want to figure this game. The Yankees have a bullpen game. They face an all-star in Rasmussen, and they knock him out of the game in the third inning. A team that has not been able to score.
Yeah, it's really interesting. They have, before today, they hadn't scored a run off him in 13 innings. He's a .890 ERA in his career. But you look at the Yankees bullpen through the Yankees struggles, the 4-14. The bullpen in those 18 games had a 1.67, and they were averaging almost 4 innings a game. So, you know, it wasn't like they weren't being used. So the bullpen has been good. It's just the offense has struggled, and the starters have struggled a little bit. But today, they got a chance to even the series.
3-1. And the 3-1. That's the last thing you need to do. You just scored 6 runs and you walk the number 9 hitter when you come out of the bullpen. That's not a great start for Bird.
No, and especially with what you're going to face now, the gauntlet of the top 3 hitters that are so dangerous. Third in all of baseball when you put the 3 together in RBIs. Only the young players in Washington and Houston have more.
So here's Diaz.
Double play would work, Michael. He's got a bad foot. We know that.
And a strike. Struck out looking in the first inning. Yarborough is already up and throwing in the pen. Ground ball left side and off the glove of Caballero into left field. So it's a single for Diaz. Just ticked off the glove, the end of the glove. And Diaz picks up his first hit.
Yeah, and I think that has something to do with all the top spin he had on this baseball. You see him playing double play depth, and he's just not able to get to it. And I think he's got a chance to throw the runner out at second if he gets to it, because you have a catcher on first base. Sorry, catchers. But he wasn't quite able to get there.
So here's Aranda. He grounded out to first in the first. One and 0. (6-1) Yankees, bottom of the third.
Michael, you talked about being a bullpen game, and here goes, I don't know what you said, the merry-go-round or whatever. I'm managing this game backwards. I'm thinking between Hedrick, Cruz, and Bednar, I got 4 innings. So how do I get these 3 innings, the rest of the outs, these 3 innings?
First and second, nobody out. Three and 1 as the Rays are trying to answer back. High fly ball, left field. Schumann back, still back on the track. Leaps, he can't make the play. Backing up is Grisham. The players had a hold up, so they just advance 1 base. It's a single off the wall for Aranda, and the Rays have the bases loaded, nobody out.
Yeah, this is a ball that's up, and he drives it to left field extremely well. And Schumann doesn't think it's going to carry as much as it did, and he's not able to get back to the wall quick enough. Good job of backing up by Grisham. If he gets back earlier, I think he makes this catch, because he's got plenty of height in his jump. But his route led to him not being able to get there. This is a ball right down the middle, center cut. And Aranda's not a guy that generally drives the ball that far to left field. Still, you're 1 pitch, in a sense, Michael, of getting out of this tough inning. If you can get a double play ball here, and Camanero's hit in 16, leads all of baseball, you get a chance. But you can see he has the height in his jump. It's just to his right a little bit. And Trent, by backing up, keeps the bases loaded. They are only able to move up one base.
So a trip to the mound by Matt Blake, and now here is the dangerous Caminero. Hit his 27th home run in the first inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. Let's check out the Optimum Fiber famously fast replay.
Well, as we take a look at this home run, this ball's driven a long ways the other way on a high breaking ball.
Fouled away. Runners lead. This should be two. There's one, and there's two. Fortes scores on the double play, but they get the 2 outs, and moving to third is Diaz. So now it's 6-2.
Michael, they almost could have went, in a sense, 6-4, 4 back to 5 because of the speed of Diaz, but it's kind of risky. And I think they could have got Diaz at third, but smart play. Don't try to do too much. Big pitch there.
Well, that's going to do it for Bird. With Mesa Jr. due up, they're going to call on the left-hander, Ryan Yarbrough. 6-2, we're in the bottom of the third inning here in St. Pete. Big double play for the Yankees. You know what happens when the Yankees turn two?
Yes, Michael, it's the Powerball double play.
Double your play with Powerball double play for just $1 more. Try today, New York Lottery. Can you imagine? Mesa shows bunt and takes a strike from Yarbrough. So runner at third, 2 outs. Tampa Bay leads Major League Baseball with 29 bunt hits. So you always have to watch out for that. In on the grass is McMahon.
I would think if he tried to bunt here, he'd try to take it with him towards Jazz Chisholm, with the left-hander on the mound falling off towards third base. Hard for him to get over.
Down the left field, on the run is Schumann. He dives, he can't get there, and it bounces over the wall. So it's going to be a double for Mesa. A run scores, and now it's 6-3. It just cleared that yellow line, hit something and bounced back, and immediately Schumann put up his hands. So a double for Mesa.
Yeah, he makes a great effort, lays out for it, and it looks like it hit the wall back there behind the yellow line. Yeah, bounces out, puts his hands up, smart.
So they've gotten 2 of the runs back. Here's Ryan Valade.
He is fairly neutral when it comes to the left-right splits. 3 homers each side, 784 OPS off a left, 788 off a right.
Well, Mesa was going back to second as Yarbrough delivered that. So the count 1-1.
Yeah, if I'm Jazz, I'm telling Jazz, let him go. There's 2 outs. Let's not let a ball sneak through that right side because you're too close to second worrying about holding him. He wants to run, let him go. I mean, McMahon's playing back so far, it's going to be hard for him to get there.
High fly ball, center field. Grisham is there. Grisham makes the play, and that'll do it. But the Royals get back, not the Royals, the Rays get back 2 runs. They lead 1. It's time for today's injury report, brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Carlos Rodon played catch for the first time today in the outfield, flat ground, on the IL since July 7th with left elbow inflammation, and it's because of Rodon's injury why the Yankees are going with a bullpen game for this one. Cadillac scoreboard, top of the fourth, Yankees lead 6-3. Ryan McMahon will start it off. And Boozer deals. Pitch high.
You know what's a sign of a good day, Michael?
What's that?
When it's the fourth inning and you got dirt stains all over your pants. Right knee, right cheek, where he slides, left cheek. McMahon, great at bat his last tip. He got dirt stains everywhere.
Now I'm wondering, Joe, if there's a little cloud cover or rain going on right now, because it got a lot darker in here.
I thought maybe you could just see through the roof.
No. Well, you can, but not totally. It's not clear. And McMahon strikes out. Let's take a look at the Spectrum exit velocity on all the Yankee hits in the third inning. Just two of them over 100. Wells with a foul ball to right field in the third. That moved a runner over to third. You know, you look at the numbers on Wells and you know he's trying, and then you realize that Ryan O'Hearn in one game had the same amount of RBIs that Wells has, and Wells is as confused as anybody. 1-2. And in that game, O'Hearn had 3 home runs and Wells has 4 for the year. And with the fly ball in the third, he's 1 for his last 25 and 4 for his last 56. And Brian Cashman, when he spoke to the media before the game, he's catching right now is obviously a concern. And he means offensively, not defensively. 1-2. Is it hard to be as good of a hitter as you can be as a catcher because of your responsibility as a catcher? That one's driven to right field. Did he get enough? See ya! He got enough! Oh, did he need that? And the Yankees get their 7th run. It's 7-3.
Love the response by the Yankees. After giving up a couple runs, they come back and get one of their own. Couldn't have happened to a guy who needed it more. It's been a struggle for most of the year for him. He had a really good at-bat. His first at-bat, didn't get anything to show for it. Got something there, Michael.
Good, bro.
5th home run is 11th ribby. Here's Grisham. And a strike. Does that unlock something? First home run since May 22nd, also against the Rays. And he is so well respected in that room and in that dugout, and everybody has been agonizing with him.
That's what happens on a hanging slider, Michael, and he got to it. And if you noticed, he fouled the fastball off the other way and was right on time for the breaking ball. And here's the weird thing. I don't see anything really wrong with this swing. You know, obviously there is, but he's got to hit 21 home runs last year.
Williamson takes another base hit away from Grisham. 2 down.
Gets the foot down in plenty of time, stays back, lets the ball get to him. Hits this home run on a breaking ball. See the fan telling him it's a home run. See her waving.
Very helpful.
Yeah. She could have helped us on the last one.
So here's Ben Rice. The last one that Joe's talking about was off the bat of Rice.
And Michael, you said something. He's so respected in the clubhouse, Austin Wells, and I think it's because he's able to separate the offense from the defense. I mean, every once in a while you get a little chapped and something might happen, but he still does a really good job behind home plate.
Popped up. Walls makes the play, and that'll do it. But Wells finally hits his 5th home run. He desperately needed some production, and he gets it with that one swing. What a relief. Major League Baseball taking over Philly with the game's biggest events. The action begins with the T-Mobile Home Run Derby on Netflix July 13th at 8 p.m. Then catch the 96 Major League Baseball All-Star Game presented by MasterCard July 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
Michael, did you notice the similarities between you and Ben Rice?
No.
He was eating a health bar in between innings. You do that a lot up here.
I think his bar is healthier than mine. Grounded foul. Legumina getting ready. So the question I asked you, and then it was interrupted by the home run, how difficult is it to be the best catcher you could be and pay enough attention to your offense?
I think that it can be difficult because I know for me personally, I felt like if I was hitting in the cage or too much BP, I wasn't paying attention to the most important thing, and that was my defense and getting pitchers through 9 innings and sacrificing that. But I was okay with that, and there's so much information that they need to know. You know, obviously there's a lot on their plate, and you win when other teams don't score. It can be difficult.
Line drive down the right field line. It's a base hit. It's going to get past Dominguez and go to the wall. Simpson round second. He is flying to third, and it's a leadoff triple for Chandler Simpson. He's a triple waiting to happen.
Yeah, if it's in the gap by the outfield, it's almost a guaranteed triple unless it bounces out. He has not hit a home run, and it's like he hit another gear right there, Michael. Helmet comes off, long strides. Not sure why he slid. Maybe that was the best way to stop.
Yankees lead by 4, 7-3. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning, and here's Ben Williamson. Yankees will give this run up, except if it's hit to third. Everybody else is back. You find that curious? Would you have the infield in?
No, I would not.
Because you just don't want it to be a big inning.
Correct, and I'm trying to get to the 6th inning so I can use those back 3 for 4 innings. I'll take the outs.
Fly ball, shallow, right center backing up Chisholm. Nobody's going to score on that. And the throw comes home. Simpson holds up.
If I'm the Yankees, I'm guarding for a push bunt here towards first or second to get the run in. It doesn't have to be a great bunt. There's one out. Taylor Walls is not a guy that has a ton of power. He's weaker against left-handers, hitting 187. I would guard against the bunt. And you see Cody Bellinger. Looks like they're going to talk about the situation maybe here.
It's a combination, Joe, that I don't know if it's stoppable. with Simpson's amazing speed and the fact that Walls handles the bat well bunt-wise, if they want to settle for that run, they're going to get that run.
Yeah, the only way it's defensible is if Cody Bellinger is ultra aggressive.
Right.
And Jazz Chisholm has to be ultra aggressive too, getting over to first base. And you got to hold him on at third a little bit. You can't be a third baseman that plays way back, and you wouldn't anyway in this situation because he might drag. But it has to be right at Cody to come home. And as soon as he sees the bat move, he has to break. Just come flying in. But you're right, Michael. It's really hard to defense because of the speed on third base.
All right, so they're in at the corners, back at second and short. Chandler Simpson is at third, one man out. And they try to throw behind him, but Simpson was aware and got back.
It was almost they were playing for a regular squeeze because it was somewhat of a pitch out to me, and they thought they might just have the regular squeeze on. And that's where the runner doesn't have to see the ball down. He goes as soon as he starts his windup.
2-0. Three and 0.
Well, Duvall is heating up. You might see him for Fortes if he walks him here or he gets on.
Strike 3-1. Popped up, shallow left. Caballero will make the catch, tagging Simpson, and he just draws the throw. And it gets away, but backing up is Wells.
What shuts that down is obviously it's not very deep, but Caballero gets rid of it really quickly and gets the ball in the air, and that freezes the base runner because from that viewpoint he can't read if the throw is offline because he's so close to him. So watch how quickly he gets this ball in the air. Just get it in the air and he's not going. Oh. And he has to freeze. Really a quick transfer. Smart baseball.
Well, they're going to take the ball from Yarborough and go back to the bullpen. Runner at third, 2 outs now. Fortes coming up. Well, it's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Today's picture is of Alex. Got his first taste of Yankees baseball last week at the stadium. You know he's going to be back. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game.
Michael, I'm betting Alex had those ice cream chicken fingers.
If he asked me, I would have recommended it. Camilo Doval comes on. Nick Fortes at the plate. Up and in. Almost got him. Becomes an important guy to get, Joe, because all of a sudden then you go up and you have to face Yandy Diaz.
Yandy Diaz, Aranda, and Junior Caminero. And obviously you don't want to have runners on base when they're hitting. I mean, Yandy Diaz hit .462 with runners on.
The 1-0. There's a strike, 1-1. When you do a bullpen game, you are going to have to use pitchers that are not your high leverage guys. And the Yankees have done that with Bird, Yarborough, and now Doval. Nasty slider, 1-2.
And usually when you do a bullpen game, you usually have almost everybody available so you could set them up to be successful. That's the other thing that you can do when you do a bullpen game. Everyone's available today. Give them pockets where they have the advantage.
0-1-2. Up the middle. Grabbed there by Chisholm. He slips, throws to first, and a nice scoop by Bellinger to retire Fortes. And Doval gets the big out. And the Rays waste a lead-off triple. Not an easy play. Jazz recovers, fires, and then playing his first start at first, the scoop by Bellinger. Time for the Allstate Good Hands replay. Good hands by Jazz Chisholm today.
Yeah, he dove and caught this line drive to get an out. And this one's tough because it hits off the mound and it changes his read on the type of hop he's going to get. He makes a good throw and a good play by Cody Bellinger.
The 1-0 from Legumina. And it's 2-0 on Dominguez. He had an infield single in the third. He's 1 for 2. Three and 0. Fifth inning, 7-3 Yankees over Tampa Bay. Trying to split this 4-game set. And that's ball 4. So Dominguez, who stole a base in the third, he might be going again here in the 5th.
Yeah, you look at Legumina, it's interesting because he's got the low arm angle, and usually that's advantage against right-handed hitters. It's the opposite for him. He's been great against lefties. Lefties hitting 164, righties are hitting 373. So that's why they bring him in this pocket.
And a strike to Bellinger.
Pretty quick to home. So it's a spot where you may not run until there's 2 strikes or 2 outs.
No, we shouldn't ignore the nice scoop that Bellinger made on the throw by Jazz.
Yeah.
That was an enormous play, making his first start at first base this year.
And what was he doing this morning? He was out there working on it.
Yep.
Trying to read the area around first base to see what kind of hops. The infield was fast.
Lined into center field. Mesa Jr. makes the play to retire Bellinger.
He's had 3 good at-bats today. Hit the ball hard in the first inning, singled in the, or hit the ball hard in the second inning, singled in the third inning, lined out there.
And you could hear Malinsky is telling the pitcher, you got to wait. That's what Jose demands. He wants to dictate the pace of the at-bat. He's going to use the clock to as much advantage as he could. Runner goes. Ball fouled away. Had that base stolen.
Yeah, I think they were playing a little bit of hit and run there. Trying to get another runner in scoring position. He hit that hole the last time. Because I don't think this is a pitch that he normally swings at.
And it's a bunt. Fielded quickly by Caminero. Nice play as he guns down Caballero, and Dominguez moves to second.
Yeah, he just had a little bit too much on that bunt and allowed Caminero to come in and make the throw. I know he's got a lot of errors, but he's got a really, really strong arm. He's actually positive in the defensive run save, too. So it's interesting that it could be such a negative outs above average, but a plus DRS.
So they walk Chisholm. And they'll take their chance with Schumann. Schumann started the Yankees 6-run third inning, leading off the inning with a double. He gets plunked to load the bases. Legumina hits him. So a walk, an intentional walk, and a hit by pitch. That brings up McMahon. Now, we told you this on Monday at the start of the series. They got a great closer, a really good setup guy in Clevenger. The rest of the bullpen's a question mark for the Rays. Here's Ryan McMahon, big RBI double in the third inning. Started the Yankee scoring. And there's a strike. Count 0-2. Legumina, 5.83 career ERA, 73 games with Cincinnati and Seattle, but coming into this inning, 21 games with Tampa Bay, 2.92. And he said, I like being here. They've got some good pitching stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean, they seem to stay in front of the curve. Again, this year they've increased their changeup because all the hitters are working on velocity, and hitters have gotten better, but the changeup has been effective.
Swing and a miss. Got him with the fastball. So the Yankees leave the bases loaded. We are halfway through. It's 7-3 Yanks. Well, tonight, catch minor league baseball on Yes as the Yankees Single-A Hudson Valley Renegades host the Rome Emperors. That's tonight at 6:30 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
Michael, this is a big inning. And as you see, Hedrick is starting to loosen a little bit down there, playing probably catch with the weighted ball, probably having for Mesa. It's a big inning for Duvall.
That's how a great book once started. In the big inning. Let's see how it works out. Chopped to short. Caballero. One away.
Like that, two different leg kicks to add to some deception. Slow the first time, a little quicker the second time.
And a strike. Tim Hill getting ready. One and one.
I thought you said he had a big zone.
That was our scouting report. Now Hedrick joins Hill.
Depending on leverage, if there's a couple runners on, it's Hedrick.
No. That was a pitch clock violation. God. So that's ball three.
Can't happen.
He does that often.
Yeah, it can't happen. There's a clock right in front of you. Now you put yourself in a situation where you have to throw a strike.
And he doesn't. A costly pitch clock, a violation. Aranda works a walk.
And the question is, they bring in a left-hander, would they hit DeLuca for Mesa Jr.? And I think he probably would, which you don't mind off of Hedrick for sure.
Here's Caminero. His double play ground ball was so gigantic in the third inning. Bases loaded, nobody out. The Yankees had just put up a 6 spot in the top of the inning, and Caminero, 27 home runs, 57 ribbies, bangs into a double play. A run scored, but took the air out of the. I think that got him. Got him on the elbow. So a walk and a hit by pitch. And now first and second.
This sinker just has too much run, hits off that elbow pad. He's pretty fortunate he's got that elbow pad on. It's 100 miles an hour.
Aaron Boone's seen enough. Just a tough pitcher to figure out and then try to explain. His stuff and the struggles doesn't make sense. Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Learn more at Genesis.com. By the New York Lottery. Play today and start imagining your win. And by the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Deals so right they almost feel wrong. Only at your local Hyundai dealer. Johnny DeLuca will pinch hit for Victor Mesa Jr. And the Yankees bring in Brent Hedrick. First and second. Pitch high.
Because of his great sinker and his outstanding split, he's had a lot of success off of righties. He actually gets righties out better than lefties.
That one just got the outside corner with the slider.
And that's the pitch that he gets about 53% swing and miss.
And again, a backdoor slider. And so DeLuca's going to challenge ABS, presented by T-Mobile. Challenge
correct.
not
Tampa has one
successful.
remaining.
Foul back. That's what's left for the Yanks. Line, it's a foul ball. So in your mock-up leading to this game, Joe, you had Hedrick as one of the guys that get the last 4 innings.
Yeah,
they have to use him earlier now.
You're going to have to use Tim Hill at some point now.
That one is swung on and tipped into the glove of Wells. A strikeout of the pinch hitter DeLuca. 2 away.
Yeah, he's got a lot of weapons, and he's got a four-seamer that has carry, and it's 94. And a couple years ago, we saw some 98s and 99. You haven't seen that, but you've seen much better location with his fastball. It's a big strikeout. If you get it out here, this is huge.
There's Ryan Blade. And a strike, working both sides of the plate.
has been really good on off speed versus left-handers, not breaking balls, but off speed. 5 for 7 with a home run. So if he does throw him that split, it has to be below the zone and away.
And now that's going to be challenged by Wells. The ball call is challenged. And he's right.
Call's correct. New York has 2 men.
Big overturn there. Now the count 0-2 on Blade.
Yeah, it just nips that up and away corner.
First and second, 2 outs. Foul back.
I wonder if he's trying to set him up for that slider, that back foot slider, Michael, after going to that spot. Up and away. Now let's go down and in. Change eye level, change sides of the plate.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Big time performance by Hedrick. Strikes out DeLuca. Strikes out Blade. 2 runners stranded. Thank you, Bob. We start the 6th inning. Yankees lead by 4. Austin Wells fouls it back. Let's go around the majors. Dylan Cease lost his no-hit bid in the 9th inning and let him throw 118 pitches. Mike Trout came off the IL, 2-run home run last night. James Wood, he has 25 home runs this season. Yankees going to face him starting tomorrow against a pretty good hitting Washington Nationals team. Johnny DeLuca takes over in center. And Wells calls time. So Legomina Joe is a big Lego guy.
Makes sense.
He just finished a 9,000-piece Titanic set.
How long did it take?
I don't know, but I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I have the patience.
9 pieces, maybe.
Not, yeah, maybe.
Every Christmas, family gets a couple puzzles.
Right.
And I'm like, why do we get 1,000-piece puzzles? Why? Smaller.
And Wells, I believe that's Wells' first walk, Joe, since May 31st.
There's a lot of things that he's done today really well. The home run, the framing, the ABS challenge system. Having to work a lot of different pitches already. He's already caught, what, 5 different pitchers?
Gresham lines run to right field. It's a base hit, and it goes to the wall. Wells will go to third. They're going to hold him up there for Grisham. It's a double, second and third. Nobody out.
Michael, if I'm not mistaken, Grish is getting a little smarter today. He's hitting it over the first baseman's head. He's hit it hard to him like 4 times in this series. And these are big add-on runs. It just changes the complexion of the game if you can keep adding on and adding on. Wells gets the third. Good job by Luis Rojas holding him up with nobody out.
Forces the Rays, bring the infield in for Rice. Rice with his 27th home run, a 2-run shot in the third. Fans go to at Yes Network on X and vote for the Montefiore Einstein Player of the Week. Is it 1, Jose Caballero, 2, this guy Ben Rice, or 3, Cam Schlittler? That's going to get in a run. And maybe more. It gets in 3 runs. A 3-run home run for Rice. His second homer of the game. He has 5 ribbies, and the Yankees have some breathing room.
Wow, I didn't even think that he got that, Michael. It didn't have that sound.
Nope.
A lot of balls have. His 28th home run, his 65th run. Wow, that's really, really big.
Going in the home run derby hot.
Yes, he is.
Dominguez fouls it away and out of play. 6 home runs the last 9 games. He had 4 in the previous 21.
Home runs are important. What's really important is the RBIs. Solo homers don't a lot of times beat you as a pitcher, but 2- and 3-run homers, they beat you. Man, what a beautiful swing. He let that ball get so deep, pulled his hands in a little bit.
How about this, Joe? Against Tampa Bay this year, he's 12 for 31 with 5 home runs and 10 ribbies.
Wow.
And down goes Dominguez for the first out.
In this series alone, he's 7 for 16 with 4 homers and 9 ribbies. Watch him pull his hands in. Yep, get him in, let it get deep, get the angle of the bat where I want it.
Ground ball first base. Aranda will take it himself and beats Bellinger to the bag. 2 down.
He plays with as much joy as anyone I've ever seen. I guess if I was hitting the baseball like him, I'd be really happy, but he's always like that.
You see him in the hotel lobby, has a big smile on his face.
It's so great. You know what? It relaxes you.
What, smiling?
Yeah, but the people around, you know, when he's smiling, they're like, ah, okay, everything's okay.
Is that a hint? I should smile more?
Well, I'm not necessarily looking at you as much as people are looking at Rice. Kind of what?
That's a
trying
good
to
choice
watch
by you.
What's going on in the field. But you're smiling now.
Well, you made me laugh. Caballero fouls it away. And that one is looped into center field, and it's caught on the run by Walls to finish off the 6th. But this has been a Ben Rice day. A 2-run home run in the 3rd, and here in the 6th, a 3-run blast. It's been Ben Rice all day. 10-3 Yanks. Goes Yordan Alvarez 1 away, and Caminero 1 behind Rice. And Simpson dunks one into right field. It's a base hit, and it gets past Dominguez and goes to the wall. That's going to be another triple, and they will hold him up there. His 2nd triple in as many at-bats.
Yeah, we talked about the speed that he has. As soon as it splits the outfielders, it's an automatic triple. And Michael, there's not even a play on it.
Here's Williamson. And there's a base hit to left field. Simpson scores an RBI for Williamson, and now the Yankees are up 10-4.
Yeah, important that you stop it right here because you want to keep that big lead because that gives Aaron Boone more options. Just the slider that he kind of left up in the zone.
Here's Taylor Walls. 1-0. Two and 0. Now Fernando Cruz heating up. 1 run in here in the 6th. And boy, that Rice home run looms large. Foul back.
So just to clarify what you said before we went to break.
Okay.
Did you say it was a Ben Rice day or it's been Rice day?
A Ben Rice day.
Oh, okay. He's had a lot of days this year.
3-1 on Walls. He's 0 for 2 today. Yankees trying to win this matinee before they fly off to D.C. and finish the first half of the season with a 3-game set against the Nationals. Chase ball 4 there, and the count 3-2.
Strange to see Hendrick even give up a run. He hadn't given up a run since June 8th.
Still 3-2. And he chases another ball 4 and goes down swinging.
Yeah, big out there. Try to stop this rally. He gets the swing and miss. Walls chased a couple of fastballs up. Now he's got Fortes here, who has been better against righties than lefties.
Williamson has 7 stolen bases, but down by 6. You don't want to take the chance, so he probably remains anchored at first. Two and 0.
He's gotten behind this inning, which he's a guy that attacks the zone really well with all 3 pitches.
Shallow right field coming on Dominguez, and it's over his head and falls. Moving to second, Williamson, and Fortes picks up a single.
Because I didn't think he got a great read on it initially, he was in a dead sprint to get to this ball, and he ends up overrunning it. It's difficult with this roof. We've talked about it a lot, and you can see him, and he's not able to get the force out at second.
So back to the top of the order, and the dangerous Diaz. And a strike. Grounded and off of Hedrick and goes toward third. And they say he's out because he ran out of the baseline. He tried to tag, and Williamson ran out of the baseline, so he's out.
What a heads-up play by McMahon. This ball's hit off Hedrick's leg. It goes right to him. Maybe it's his glove. And he has the presence of mind to go after the base runner. Wasn't really that far out of the line. The Yankees might have got a little bit of a break here. Heads-up play by McMahon. I think he tagged him anyway.
So here's Aranda. And that one is popped up. Shallow center field. Grisham is there, makes the play. So the Rays get a run on 3 hits, 2 men left. '95 to 2014. 260 home runs, a .310 batting average, 1,311 ribbies. He's a 1. Left out the amount of hits. I think they're trying to be cute. Craig Kimbrell will come on, the veteran. You see his numbers. And Chisholm swings at the first pitch and grounds it to Aranda. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Kimbrell doesn't quite have the fastball that he used to. The 98s and the 99 has always had the big sweeper. At times it's so big it's hard to keep it on the plate. Has always had the great stretch that kids imitate.
It's like he's hanging the arm out of a car door on the passenger side. And that is punched into right field, a base hit for Schumann.
Another good at bat from Schumann. He does really a good job just finding ways to help the team win on a daily basis. Wherever he's at, he's in left field today. A couple hits. He led off that inning where they scored 6 in the 3rd. Michael.
Yes.
You're much more of a historian than I am. 440 saves. Is that a Hall of Famer? Craig Kimbrell? Career .265 ERA?
He's in the discussion. I think it'd be close. I don't think he makes it. I mean, look how long it took Billy Wagner to get it. Right till the end. So I'm not sure he is. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, he was really dominant for a while. I mean, really, really dominant. One of the better closers in baseball between 2011 and 2018. A lot of 40s, some 50 save seasons.
Runner goes, swing and a miss. Schumann takes second. It's got to be a stolen base.
I mean, if you're that dominant for a decade, I think it's somewhat worthy.
Well, there's only 4 guys with more saves: Mariano, Trevor Hoffman, Kenley Jansen, and Lee Smith. And 3 of them are in the Hall of Fame, and Jansen's still pitching. Now, the way he hangs the arm like that goes back to 2010. He used to keep his arm behind his back, but he had biceps tendonitis, and it hurt when he came back. So started holding his arm out to the side, and he's kept it that way ever since. Line drive, it's a base hit. Schumann rounds third, he's gonna score. McMahon going for two, it's an RBI double, his second of the day, and the Yankees are up by 7, 11-4.
So important to keep adding on like this to respond. When Tampa responds, don't give them any momentum. The Yankees been pretty good at it today. Four-seamer thigh high right down the middle. He's had a bunch of good at-bats today, which is great to see.
So Wells with a home run and a walk. He scored twice. Wells calls time.
Mike is very demonstrative back there. I like it.
Yeah, loud.
We can hear what's going on.
Yep. And Wells strikes out for out number 2. Chavihi warming up for the Yanks.
Three right-handers in a row coming up. Caminero, you got DeLuca, who pinch hit for Victor Mesa, and Valade. His little pocket there.
Kimbrel started with the Mets this year, 14 games. He was DFA'd with a 6.0 ERA. Signed with the Rays on May 26th. 2.61 ERA in 11 games. He's always been a great reliever, Joe, but he struggled against the Yankees. 5.76 career ERA against the Yankees and 2.60 against everybody else.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Outside.
38 years old. 17th big league season. Three and one. Popped up, third base side. Caminero gives it a look. Runs out of room. Goes into the Yankee dugout. Ben Rice on deck. 3-2 count on Grisham. Fly ball shallow center. DeLuca coming on. DeLuca makes the play. That'll do it. Yankees had a run on 2 hits. It's 11-4 and time for the stretch. Out 12 hits, couple of home runs for Ben Rice. Blackburn started a bullpen game. Drew Rasmussen, well, he's an all-star starter. Lasted 1 out into the third. Caminero hit his 27th home run. Here is Chavihi. And a strike.
Worked a scoreless inning last night through the 9th inning. Got a ground ball and a couple fly ball outs. Strikes are the most important thing for him. His changeup really plays.
That's what's left. Left field. Schumann makes the play. 1 out here in the 7th. Here's DeLuca. Pinch hit in the 5th inning for Mesa, struck out. Nasty slider.
I mean, his slider and his changeup are plus pitches. To me, it's the command of his fastball, and when he gets that, he's going to be really, really effective.
Swing and a miss. 3 sliders in a row, and DeLuca strikes out.
You see the high, it's really a cutter that he threw there. It didn't have the slider movement. More of a cutter. He throws it up in the zone, starts it in, and ends up middle in, and he can't get to it.
And here's Ryan Vilade. 0 for 3. Chavihi, the 6th Yankee pitcher. Blackburn began, then Bird, Yarbrough, Doval, Hedrick, and now Chavihi. Two and 0. We saw Roycroft earlier in the series. Oh, strike. Now 2 and 2. Center field, fairly deep. Grisham is there, puts it away, and Chavihi retires the Rays in order. 1, 2, 3 as we go to the 8th. Well, on Tuesday, July 21st, come out to Yankee Stadium to celebrate the magic of Harry Potter. First 18,000 guests in attendance receive an Aaron Judge Harry Potter bobblehead in one of the 4 house colors. The specific house will be distributed at random upon entrance. Get your tickets at Yankees.com. Judge with the team during this series, and Ben Rice leads off against Chris Roycroft.
Hey, he got him for a homer Monday night. Roycroft gave up 2 homers that night. He gave up 1 to him and 1 to Caballero.
No Yankee has ever had a 3 home run game against the Rays.
Never?
Ben Rice had a 3 home run game on July 6th of 2024 against the Red Sox. No, never.
Keep saying it, never.
You believe in that baseball?
I do.
2-1 on Rice. He has 2 home runs today, a 2-run shot and a 3-run shot. He's at 28 with 65 ribbies. Pretty good first half. The 3-1. And he takes the walk. That's discipline. Did not expand the strike zone.
That's Roycroft saying, not on my watch. He's not hitting the 3rd home run.
And the pitch to Dominguez outside. 1 for 3, infield single, stolen base, run scored.
What was the scouting report that Kevin Cash got on Roycroft? He's tall and he throws hard?
Yep.
Can you give me a little more than that?
All I can give you this is Mother Maggie,
Thank
lifelong White Sox fan. So he went to a lot of games on the south side when he was growing up. That one is slapped into left field. It's a base hit in front of Simpson. Rice will stop at second. Second hit for Dominguez. Stream Brooklyn Nets Summer League games live on the Gotham Sports app Friday at 6. Get a look at the new Nets draft picks as they take on the Knicks from Las Vegas. Access the Gotham Sports app for free with your TV subscription, or go to gothamsports.tv to learn more. Cal Brown Jr. looks very good in the early going.
Since you know so much about sports,
Okay.
how many games do they play in the Summer League?
Don't know. I don't know that. And that one is chopped over the middle and through. A base hit for Bellinger. Rice will score. Dominguez goes to third. Bellinger his second hit, an RBI, and the Yankees are up by 8.
Belly really needed this. There's a lot of guys that have needed this day, and he just takes it up the middle, and it's a ball down in the zone. He just beats it off that hard dirt in front of home plate, and then just flies through the infield. And I think that's why they have it so hard, is because of the type of hitters they have with speed, and they hit a lot of ground balls.
First and third, nobody out. There's Caballero. Looped into right field, coming on Valade. He makes the catch. Runners stay put. 1 down.
Jazz has 1 sac fly today. Can you get another?
Oh for 2 sac fly and intentionally walked. And that sac fly, that was his first RBI in 13 games. You look up at the board, a team that's been struggling has 14 hits and 12 runs. In the past 20 games, they could not get over 5 runs in a game. Let's see if they turn 2. Tough hop. Wall stays with it and turns it into 2 to end the inning. But the Yankees get another run on 2 hits. Yankees lead 12-4. Well, tomorrow, and yes, the Yankees and the Nationals kick off a weekend set in D.C. Extended coverage starts at 4:30 with 2 full hours of pregame leading up to first pitch shortly after 6:30 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Simpson fouls it back. Simpson has tripled twice today. Chavihi still in for the Yankees, his second inning of work. He worked a 1-2-3-7.
Yeah, both of them leadoff triples. Oh, stay fair.
It is fair. And he didn't run. Thought it was going to kick foul, but quick feet by Austin Wells, and he grabbed it for the out.
Yeah, he can't even outrun this one, Michael. That's how short he hit it. Is there a worse out?
There's Williamson. Williamson, 2 hits and 3 at-bats. Fouled away.
He's played some really good defense in this series. He's gotten Grisham a couple times.
Williamson came over to the Rays in a 3-team trade, 5-player 3-team. Williamson to the Reds, Brendan Donovan to the Mariners, and the Cardinals got 3 minor leaguers.
How has Brendan Donovan done? He started off like fantastic in the month of April.
I've not checked in on his numbers of late, to be honest.
You're supposed to know everything.
Everything?
Everything.
It's a lot to know. And down goes Williamson. Good outing at this point by Chavihi.
Well, back-to-back outings. Only threw 11 pitches yesterday. He's been really efficient today. He's thrown a ton of strikes. There's the good changeup. His slider has been really effective to the right-handed hitters. It's nice because you don't have to use Cruz and Bednar in this game.
So he's at 274. 3 home runs and 8 ribbies.
Must be hurt.
Yeah, he has been hurt. Skied the other way. Schumann gives it a look. Boy, Malinsky is a really good voice.
I love it.
Unbelievable. Not even mic'd up. Feel
No.
like he is.
Some people just have a voice that carries.
His carries. You know, with a voice like that, Joe, I think he knows everything. Swing and a miss. 2 really strong innings for Chavihi. We played 8 here in St. Pete. Yankees need to win big time. They are up 12-4. Yankee, it's a 1, but it really should be a 2, Joe.
Why should it be a 2?
That's his number.
Oh, yeah.
Derek Sanderson Jeter. This is the anniversary on this date of his 3,000th hit against these Rays. Position player, Ben Williamson is on the mound. You have to have an 8-run deficit, and that's certainly the case. And Schumann lost one to left field. And here's the 3,000th hit against David Price.
Yeah, slider down in. Price knew it right away. Man, what a thrill to be there. Look how happy everybody is.
5 hits that day. McMahon lost one to left. 2 quick outs for Williamson. Well, fans, after the final out, get highlights, analysis, clubhouse interviews, and we'll hear from the manager. Plus, a look ahead to the series with the Nationals. That's all coming up on the WB Mason Yankees postgame. This is Williamson's 4th pitching appearance this year. 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, a walk, no strikeouts. And there's a strike to Wells.
Michael, you notice what they're putting in for the pitch call, what it is?
What is it?
EFUS, 49 miles an hour.
I like it. And that one is driven to right center field. Valade on the run, and so is the center fielder DeLuca, and he makes the play, and Williamson works a 1-2-3 inning. New York Yankees Foundation's 50-50 raffle is now open. The next 50-50 raffle has a guaranteed starting jackpot of $50,000. One lucky fan will take home half the pot, and the other half benefits the Yankees Foundation. Buy your tickets now at yankees.com/50-50. The Yankees go to Tim Hill to try to get the final 3 outs. Now, Joe's not over yet, but in a bullpen game against a team that has the best record in the American League, you don't have to use Cruz and you don't have to use Bednar. That's win-win.
Yeah, they're pretty fortunate. They got a couple strong innings out of Blackburn. They got 2 strong innings out of Chavihi. Guys did a really, really good job. Picked each other up a little bit. Some guys got in trouble and guys came in and left the runners on base. Impressive day for this bullpen.
Now, Chavihi, 6 2/3 innings of 1-run ball across 5 major league games this season. Had some arm problems in the middle, but looks like he's locked in.
Tim Hill last worked on Tuesday.
Wow. Wells is going to challenge that ball call.
You got 2 left.
Call's overturned. New York has 2
right.
remaining.
He's right by a lot, which means that Malinsky is wrong by a lot. Oh, 2 on Fortes. He's 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Up the middle, right there is Jazz Chisholm. 1 away here in the 9th. And here is Richie Palacios for Yandy Diaz. And a strike. Yankees up 12-4. Yankee offense, it's been dead. Yankees, 2 uninspiring losses to the Rays. Thinking, are they going to lose 3 out of 4? They go with a bullpen game. Their offense explodes. The pitchers do what they have to do. Ben Rice with 5 RBIs. And as my late friend John Sterling would say, that's baseball, Susan. Ground ball to second base. Yankees an out away from a win.
Yeah, and the other thing that they did, they were 7 for 14 with runners in scoring position. They did it a lot of different ways. They were aggressive on the bases, stealing bases, going first to third. They just did a lot of little things right today against a very tough pitcher.
And here is Aranda. Upstairs, 1-0. Driven out to left field and deep. Schumann back, still back, turning. He's going to have to play it off the wall. Oh, he played that carom beautifully. And he holds Aranda to a single. How did he do that with his bare hand?
It's a shortstop, Michael. He's used to having to bare-hand balls when they have to charge him hard. Aranda's taken a couple balls over there. He's a guy that really uses the middle of the field and the other way well. Hits this fastball. Looked like it'd be a double, but Schumann made a nice play.
Caminero takes low and away, 1-0. And that's going to be challenged by Austin Wells. And this one he gets wrong.
Call's correct. New York has 1 remaining.
Yankees used both of their challenges very early last night, kind of handcuffed them the rest of the way, but they now have 1 remaining.
I think they both were gone by the 3rd inning.
Yeah. Not holding Aranda on at first. Three and one. Grounded to short, backing up, Caballero. Goes to Jazz for the force, and the Yankees win one, an unlikely one, by a score of 12-4. 2 home runs and 5 ribbies for Ben Rice, and a bullpen game does the job as the Yankees split a 4-game set with the first place Rays.
Yeah, sometimes this game is really hard to figure out, and that's why managers get a lot of gray hair. On a day where you thought runs would be at a premium, they explode for 12 runs, 6 in the 3rd inning. Big day by Ben Rice, and bullpen did a fine job.
And for the previous 20 games, they'd been capped at 5 runs. They had not scored over 5. And they put a 12 spot on the board thanks to that guy. And the Yankees also pounded out 14 hits. So they don't gain any ground. They don't lose any ground as the injuries are piling up. But they split 4 games with the Rays. They don't meet them again until a 4-game set in September at Yankee Stadium. We'll come back. We have awards and a post game after that.